pants points, hollering now. You're a big, thick, dark guy. Once on a rose, way up high. Way up firm and high. Hello and welcome to episode 2, week 2 of the Weekly Blitz. Featuring Herc's friggin' squeaky toy. I can't swear in I don't know what duration, but the last video got age restricted for some reason, it's mind-boggling to me that happened on that video of all of them, especially with the way YouTube is. Like, I'm just a young black man trying to make my name in this world, and YouTube's trying to take the food out my mouth. I need those friggin' 45 views to get me through the month. And YouTube is just doing all it can to steal from a nigga like me, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that's fucked up. But anyway, I had quite the week. What is this, this is Wednesday. But starting Monday, it wasn't nearly this hot. And it was pretty hot, which is fine. Tuesday, not that hot. Tuesday, not that hot. Wednesday, little hotter. Today, Thursday, it was legitimately 3,795 degrees for no freaking reason. Like, it's so hot outside. I had the worst friggin' swamp-ass ball sweat combo I've ever had in my life. It was the most pungent stench I've ever smelled not working in a hog confinery. And if you've never worked in a hog confinery, imagine getting shoved into another man's colon, like another large man that doesn't have a very good diet and doesn't take very good care of himself and has a really, really hairy crack. It smells real bad. Hog confineries it's kind of messed up. Because if pigs are as smart as people say they are, which people say pigs are as smart as dogs, it's kind of fucked up that we kill as many pigs as we do. But are all pigs that intelligent is the question. Or are the pigs that we allow to be that intelligent? Because if you treat something like an animal long enough, it'll act like an animal, as we've seen. But I'm not getting into that today. That's probably what got me age restricted. But it is what it is. I'm not salty about an age restriction. But I do think it's interesting how they choose to go about them. What are the parameters? Who gets to decide who should see what? Because you can watch actual porn right now on YouTube without signing in. They'll call it yoga or whatever, but it's softcore pornography, and I'm sure if you looked hard enough, you could find hardcore pornography, which I don't watch because porn is pretty sus in my opinion. But it's whatever. I don't watch porn. I don't even masturbate. Masturbating is kind of gay. It's you, a man, touching your own pee-pee. That's a dude touching a dude. And I'm fine if you are gay, especially this Pride Month, a hooroo. But if you are touching your own dick, you're still touching a dick. You know what I mean? And that's kind of gay, which is fine if you're into that. But I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not. That's not what I'm into. Jesus, leave me alone. So anyway, Monday, we had this bomb-ass granola. The best... No, this had to be last week or some shit. Hey, love of my life. I'll go fuck myself, I suppose. You know what? I was thinking about leaving this out, but I'm not. I'm going to go even harder. My wife, that I love tremendously, so very much, she got this fantastic granola. It was some cinnamon type whatever. And I'd been having some stomach issues, so I hadn't eaten for a while. You know what? but I get a little taste of this granola. Not only is it delicious, nutritious, and enjoyable, but I can also keep it down without having terrible diarrhea or vomiting. So I eat it, and I eat like maybe a third of the bag, and I leave it alone. Like, oh, this will be a tasty treat for tomorrow. She goes to work in the morning. And to my dismay, I go looking for this granola. The best granola I've ever had in my life. And it's gone. It took forever for her to even convince me to attempt to eat this granola. Then I do, and I happen to like it, and she just takes it from me. I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm starting to think she's a racist. Because if I would have been white, she probably never would have done that for fear that I'd smack the shit out of her or something. But me being me, is I'd never do that. But she's testing my fucking limits. It's been 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure I can swear now. Just kidding. I'm not thinking of domestically abusing my wife in the slightest. That'll definitely get me age restricted. Ugh. That's some... And I've been thinking about this... Well, I haven't been thinking about this a lot, but I do think it's the height of femininity for a man to smack around his woman. And hear me out. No one hates women more than other women. No one wants to smack the shit out of a woman than another woman. But women just talk instead of throwing hands for some reason. Well, some of them. I knew this one girl. She used to be a friend of mine or whatever. They called her Rocky. I guess she used to smash people. I saw a video. She grabbed this girl's hair and is pounding on the back of her head, which is that's an illegal move in the UFC. But whatever. She won the fight, I imagine. Speaking of fighting, Ethan Klein is still a fucking idiot. And now he's fighting with another fucking idiot, Trisha Paytas. It's two fucking morons fighting over something moronic. And I want to say, I feel like, you know what? I am high-functioning autistic, so I can say this. It's two fucking retards fighting over something retarded. It's literally the dumbest shit ever. It's oh, give me my shekels. Oh, shekels. And Trisha's I get it. Ethan's being a fucking douchebag to her all the damn time. And Ethan's a literal fucking psycho. Well, actually, I learned you can't be a psychopath or a sociopath. It's not a diagnosis that they have. I didn't learn this. I was told this by someone much smarter than me. But it's not you can't go and be diagnosed as a sociopath or a psychopath. They would say you have antisocial personality disorder or something. Because it's the dark triad, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know. I don't technically fully believe in psychology or anything that you need to go to college for. But the dark triad is narcissism, psychopathy, and sociopathy. So, in the dark triad, or what people look for antisocial personality disorder, as far as I understand it. So it's you wouldn't go to the doctor or whatever, or whoever I don't even know who diagnoses that. And how the fuck does a doctor even actually know, honestly? Who do doctors really know? And this has nothing to do with the current situation surrounding the doctor who was in charge of the whole virus. I'm saying nothing about that or about the current pandemic. I am offering no opinion on that. None. Whatever. I'm just saying, because some doctor says something and a couple other doctors says something, how do we know that that's the truth? How do we know that for anybody? A celebrity saying, oh, China's great. How do we know that they're not getting $1 billion China dollars? You know what I mean? We literally do not. So I think everyone's probably, most people like that, I would say, are full of shit. Like Ethan. Ethan, his opinion is the same as Logan Paul. He goes into www.whatspopular.com and whatever that is, he agrees with. And that happens, that is, I don't know if that's actually how a lot of the celebrities and whatnot think, but it's definitely how they act, if that makes any sense. And it should. Like, I don't know if, like, I don't know. I don't know any celebrity politics. Let me think. I don't know if, what's that fat, disgusting fucking troll-looking woman who molested her sister? Lena Dunham. I don't know if Lena Dunham is, like, actually, oh yeah, we should kill all the babies and, like, molest all of our sisters. I don't know if she actually thinks that way, or if because she can get a couple points, if someone thinks they can earn a couple more followers, a couple more shekels, if that's what's important to them, I think that's what a lot of people are saying. But I don't know if either A, they actually vote, or B, vote the way they say they do. I bet a lot of these celebrities don't even vote. Because why would they? Don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit who's president. Why would they? If I had $7 million, which isn't that crazy amount of money, if I had $7 million right now, I would never tell a single person who to vote for. And I'm never going to tell anyone who to vote for, because if you need to be told who to vote for, you shouldn't be fucking voting. You're an idiot. Sorry. I'm not sorry about it. And you shouldn't make voting an emotional issue. But I'm not getting into that. I'm sticking with fucking Ethan. Because fuck Ethan. I just don't like him. He used to be so funny and so good, and just like every time I'd see an H3 upload, woo-hoo-hoo, I feel a little warm. It makes me want to smile. It makes me happy. It used to make me happy. Now, every time I see an H3 video, it's Ethan saying something fucking stupid, or him and Hila fucking throwing vomit at each other for 40 minutes. And I don't know. I've never seen an episode of Frenemies or anything, which is over now. But like, that's what I gather from like the clips of it that I see. I was a fan of Ethan. I was a fan of H3, and I do not care about his politics, but he's just not funny. He's not funny, which is fine, because like humor is subjective or whatever. Like, I'm probably not being very funny right now, but you can suck my pee-pee. Just kidding. But not gonna lie, I completely forgot where I was going with that. So I'm just gonna move on. My wife ate my goddamn granola. That pissed me off. I remember where I was going now. And like, he goes down popular. Ethan was talking shit about Trisha. Like, in my opinion, he was gaslighting on the podcast. And that's as far as I watched into the frenemy situation. Because I truly, just, honestly, really, realistically, if I'm being 100% honest, I just don't give a fuck. I don't care that much. But I have invested, I like drama. I don't like being involved in drama. I don't like causing drama. I don't like starting drama, you know what I mean? I don't like being around drama, but I like the tea. I like it when I can sip the tea and not have to worry about anything else. Like, I can just sip my tea, gossip with my bestest friend and my wifey, who are the same person, and that's all I want to do. Like, I don't want to cause issues in anybody's lives or nothing, but I like the drama. You know what I mean? But I don't like the drama more than I like the old Ethan, you know? I love the old Ethan. And he uses the fact that, like, oh, I have depression as an excuse for everything. Like, bitch, I have depression. Like, it's not, who cares? It's really not an excuse. And I'm not going to play the whole tit for tat game, but I was molested as a kid, and I'm a minority in Iowa. So that gives me at least 4 more points than Ethan, he's white. He has money, and people listen to him. So I am up 5 points on Ethan. So I can say whatever I want. And I can say whatever I want about anybody unless they have more fucking... You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to call them... I can't call them NPs because not all of us are Negroes, but I'm going to call it reparation points because America owes us all reparations. You know what I'm saying? And by us all, I mean black people, my cousins. You know what I'm saying? That's another interesting thing. Just right off the little Domarooski, is he was saying all this stuff about, like, he's constantly talking about Black Lives Matter and George Floyd and blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I said it before, but do you know Sundown County still exists? And 51% of black people are illiterate? It's just like, why? Why continue? People went to Ethan because he was humorous, and now that he's not humorous, why give his, like, politics value? I don't know. Something to think about. Something to think about. Another thing to think about, and while I had some stomach issues. I don't know if I had said that earlier. I definitely did. But I was either, like, puking or diarrheaing, and I lost, like, 4 or 5 pounds a day for, like, a week, which is pretty scary. So I go to the doctor. Why do all doctors, every single one, male, female, black, white, whatever, LGQI, it doesn't matter, old, young, they all fucking suck. I hate every single doctor I've ever gone to. Every single one has been a shitty human being, privately and publicly, I would imagine. Like, I don't know them outside of the doctor's office, but from what I've gathered in the doctor's office, every single one of them is a piece of shit. Like, the VA doctor molested me, in my opinion. He slapped my ass and said, damn, you got a nice ass. Or at least that's what I heard. And the civilian doctor, it's like, I talked to this fucking nurse who was a fucking cunt for like 12 minutes. She asked me all these fucking questions, and she's taking notes. I see her take notes. I see her write down what I'm saying. But, and get this, the doctor comes in, who's an old man. He asks me the same fucking questions. Why would your stupid fucking nurse ask me those questions if you're going to ask me those same fucking questions? I did not come here to be interrogated. I came here because I'm shitting my brains out. You know what I'm saying? Daddy needs to eat. Daddy can't be pooping all the time. I got things to do. It just really pisses me off. The whole redundancy of it. And, like, why are they so expensive? Is it because of insurance companies? Or because it's, like, a really difficult thing to do? Like, I get that. Like, I understand doctors and everything. Like, I love doctors. Western medicine is Western medicine. All that good jazz and whatnot. But, like, why can't I get Tom Segura's doctor if that's a real guy? I want a person like that who's just going to, like, not ask me stupid questions and just get right to it. I don't really mean that. Just this one doctor, that one interaction with this one doctor really pissed me off. Because I went with my mommy. I won't lie. I went to this doctor's appointment with my mommy because I was worried. I'm pretty sure I'm dying. We're all dying, but, like, I'm dying probably faster. I have what my wife likes to call a shit demon. I either have diarrhea or constipation. There is no like, in between. And it's, like, not normal diarrhea or constipation. It's like the diarrhea that, if you've seen The Thing, when the Thing monster gets the husky, and it makes the husky all, and shit. That's what my diarrhea looks like, except it's green and it doesn't move around and talk. And my constipation, it's like you can feel it in my stomach. It's like disgusting. And then that'll come out. It was like, dog, I'll be a man and I'll admit this. I'm 25 years old, and the last time I legitimately full turd shit my pants, it wasn't that long ago. Like, it was probably maybe a year and a half ago. And I'm man enough to admit that. Everyone says, oh, I haven't shit my pants and blah, blah, blah. Like, I bet you if you were being 100% honest, you have shit your pants within the last 5 years. And it's like, why is there shame in that? Babies shit their pants. Old people shit their pants. You can't control it all the time. And I'm gonna quantify that. The reason I shit my pants recently is because I had a poor diet and I was abusing Adderall at the time because, well, I was doing a lot of stuff. I was working a lot and I was not sleeping a lot. But I don't recommend, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. I don't support them. Except marijuana. That should be legal. And this is me. I'm not saying marijuana, everyone should use marijuana. That's not at all what I'm saying. Like, whatever, doctor, blibbity blah. But, you know, I took antidepressants, right? And I've also partaken in the wacky tobacco, the devil's lettuce, the ganja, the little green bug, the frickin' Mary Jane, frickin' stank sauce, the frickin' green leaf, flower power, Astro, gas, Smurfs, spliffs, splaffs, spoofs, spanks, Spardoofies, gangster bunnies, super crickets, mushmam, mingbao, freaking 420 all day blazing. Like, I've been around it. And let me tell you what. When I was on antidepressants, I felt like an actual robot. Granted, I didn't want to kill myself anymore. You know what I mean? But what happened in return, I'm not saying it was any better. It turned me into like a robot. Which was, I don't know, that probably helped me make it through what I was doing at the time. Because, like, you just, for some things, you kind of need to turn your mind off and just do. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it put me in, arguably, it put me in a worse place than when I was off antidepressants and my wiener stopped working. Like, I could get hard eventually, but, like, busting a nut was impossible. You know what I'm saying? And, like, while it was great for others, for me, which is who it's really about, like, it was basically pointless. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that work, and then just I'd have to be like, oh, I'm glad that was good for you, even though that's not how this is supposed to go, you know? And how many, no, I don't know if I can say that. How many smash schmootings have been committed by someone smoking marijuana? I couldn't fucking tell you, but probably not that many. How many people that have done mass shootings have been on SSRIs? I'm not saying there's a correlation that equals causation, but a large number of them, I don't know specifics. I'm not going to look it up. If you doubt me, you can look it up yourself. But, like, a lot of them have been on SSRIs. What is SSRI? SSRI stands for selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, and I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? No, because no one does. No one knows what any of these fucking medical terms mean, but I do know marijuana has never been linked to murdering 3 or more people at a time, or whatever the definition. But quite a few people have been on SSRIs. Yet marijuana is illegal, but they over fucking prescribe SSRIs to people. And this is me, someone who has been on antidepressants. And I want to clear this up, like, real quick. My biological mother did drugs when she was pregnant with me, like, in the early stages, so, like, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. That's why I'm depressed, not because of anything that happened to me in my life, because I'm a fucking savage. Nothing affects me at all. I'm a beast. You know? And I'm not saying you don't have to be that way. Not everybody, you think everyone can rock fucking ponytails and a headband like this? No. Literally no one but me. Which is fine, you know? Not everybody needs to be somebody else. Not everybody needs to be somebody else. And I don't care if it gets clicks. Like, I really don't give a shit if this ever gets big or whatnot. Like, if this channel ever gets big. Like, I don't care. This is therapeutic for me because I'm a fucking crazy person. I'm actually insane. And these are just, you know, little bits and pieces that I've compiled throughout the week. And I'm sharing them with you. And hopefully they make some sort of sense. But that doesn't seem to be the fucking thing anymore. Like, it seems like everyone is just doing what everybody else is doing, saying what everybody else is saying, because that's what's popular. Why do you care what's popular? I sure don't. Granted, I said this before. I'm what a lot of people would consider a fucking retard, you know? And that's fine. And that might be why I don't care. And I'm not saying that to brag on myself, because it's not really a brag. I just don't give a shit about other people's opinion of me. I know exactly what I am. I know what I have to offer. I know what I can accomplish. I don't know what I can't accomplish, because as I said, I'm a fucking savage. But that's neither here nor there. Like, I don't care. Why does anyone care? What does someone else's opinion of you do? Like, whether someone's a fan of you or not. As long as they're not actively trying to ruin your life, which you shouldn't do if you disagree with someone on something like who should have been president. You just shouldn't. It's not that deep. And if it comes out someday that, I don't know, I may have called someone a Jew in a negative way sometime, or I was a real fucking cunt in high school, or fucking, I like to smoke pot, allegedly. Like, that may come out and people may try to cancel me one day, but why? And also, go right the fuck ahead, you know? But don't. Seriously, don't. Like, it's not that deep. But why? Why do people care? What is the value of someone's opinion? You can't eat it. You can't sell it. You can't spend it. And, like, while it is like a nice little dopamine hit when you see, like, oh, this gets a like, or that gets a like, or blibbity blah. What I enjoy so much more than a like or something is someone not at all understanding what it is that I just posted on Facebook, which is that's just a place where I say what I want. Norm Macdonald is the perfect comedian to me because he does what he does for himself, and everyone else's reaction is just a byproduct. And that's how I strive to live life. Except my reactions, like the people, how they react to the things that I do, tend to like be people, man, that's offensive, you shouldn't say that, blah, blah, blah. And Norm's like, it got him on Saturday Night Live and made him a legend and blibbity blah and all that. And it's like, it's whatever, good for him. Like, that pumps me up. Like, I'm happy for everyone that succeeds. It's not a fucking idiot like Ethan. Or if you are a fucking idiot, like, just go with that. Don't be like, this is what you should do. I will never tell anybody on this channel, on either Awkward Silence, the podcast, which is fantastic. My partner has some dope-ass clips coming soon. And by my partner, I mean Ken, not like my wife. Because me and Kenyon are friends. And that's it. Like, we're homies. We're really close. But there's literally nothing gay going on. He has a girlfriend, and I am happily married. And even if I was gay, no offense to him, it's not that deep. He's just not my type. And I'm not saying I have a type. Like, I haven't thought about, who'd be my type if I was gay? you know, right? Like, I'm not that type of person, but he just wouldn't be my type. I'd probably need a really, really feminine. Now, I don't know. That's weird. If you were like if you are a heterosexual, if you were attracted to the same sex as you, like, what would you look for in that? Would you look for someone like you? Because I sure wouldn't. Because there is no one like me, and not everybody else has that issue, you know what I'm saying? But for you, like, what would you be your thing if you were looking for, that's really all I got for this week. I tell you what, next week, actually, fuck it. If you're watching to this point, fucking kudos to you. And if you're watching past this point, boy, are you going to hear something spicy. Because I've been holding something way in. There's this group of people called the Nazis, right? And they did the Holocaust, 6 million Jews, a lot of other people, like a lot of bad things. The Nazis were terrible people, did a lot of terrible things. And everybody knows that. It's commonly talked about all the time. You can't even say Nazi. This will probably be age restricted, which is whatever. Which, that's interesting that you can't talk about the Nazi. Like, whatever. I'm not going to get off track. Bad people. Obviously. However, their atrocities are talked about all the time. But in that same time period, there were other just as bad, if not worse, atrocities occurring in other places. The British, they killed, I don't know how many, well, not the British. The British killed, I don't know how many Indian people because they starved them out because they didn't want to go the way Churchill wanted them to. And that's broad strokes. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than that, but that's basically what happened. The Soviet Union killed millions. The Bolshevik Revolution killed so many people. The Communist Revolution killed so many people. And then Stalin killed so many of his own people. Only for that same fucking communist regime to do the same atrocities perpetrated on it by the Germans to the Germans and the Ukrainians and so many other people, but no one ever talks about the atrocities done by communism or Imperial Japan. Why? Wasn't the reason that we decided that we were never going to forget about the Holocaust is so that it never happens again? Guess what? Never fucking stopped. The Armenian genocide. All the shit happening in Africa. There's a whole Wikipedia page about it. I'm not educated about it. I don't give a fuck. Don't live in Africa. I already said the shit going on in China, didn't I? But if I didn't, the shit going on in China. Millions. Oh my goodness. And then people, what I just cannot comprehend. People are like legitimately, not like as a joke, haha, tee hee hee hee, but like legitimately wanting communism in the United States of America. I don't like the argument, oh, but real communism hasn't been tried as anything but a joke. Doesn't work because it has. Real communism is communism every fucking time it's been tried. And if real communism hasn't been tried, maybe that's the reason. And I know I'm rambling. I'm spitballing. I'm going from here to there. I'm going from here to there. You know what I'm saying? But it all has something to do with each other, in my opinion. Because it's the same, I think the reason that no one is talking about the actual legitimate crimes against humanity occurring today in the world's #1 exporter or something, not to mention they have wage slaves, which I thought we weren't cool with slavery. I thought we said that was a big no-no, and there are more people in slavery than any other point in time in human history. Isn't that weird? I think so. However, if those slaves are making shoes for 46 cents a day or whatever, then it's fine. I know I'm a fucking idiot, but I don't understand. But hey, that was solid. However fucking long it was. I will see you next week. Stay motivated.